quarter.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Crown Wars. My name is Syken and today we are continuing the Crown Wars blind playthrough on the very hardest difficulty. Time for a track down and eliminate all enemies, aka skirmish, with our secondary team. There are first enemies spotted. 1, 3, thank you. And I can see there's another group of bad guys lurking.
I'll cover this area. Ready when you are. The hunt is on.
Good. The cougar moves over here. Kurt is trusted eyes bear. Polar bear is standing right over here. The animation and also how the polar bear runs over rain, super clean. That looked very, very nice. Actually, how
I
a bear
won't
would
disappoint
run.
you.
My blade is yours. On my way.
When you deal damage, you also deal offhand damage. Oh yeah, I remember that part was really, really nice. It's actually better the single target damage because
They won't get through.
the barb deals
move.
extra damage. Good. If they move, we're going to trigger. Okay. That is funny. You guys give us access to the back line
At
immediately. Well, okay, cool. We are going to stay here. Deadly aim. Let's get that halberdier down first. Kurt moves in. Polar bear of
At your
death,
command.
as they call him. And it looks like a coordinated strike angle to me.
Together.
Nice hit. Kurt completely feathers this guy. Bleeding is effectively dead. Kurt continues. Before we do that though, how about 50% crit?
That
And
hit
that
the
could
mark.
lead into poisoning and armor reduction. Okay, the answer is it did not transition to anything really.
On the move.
Fair play. Let's go.
May justice be served.
Haunted and removed
At your
armor.
service.
Which in return we are moving here. And this not only removes armor, but you can see that extra hit. Lovely.
Yes.
Now, how about you take a nice little chill pill on the ground? Stunned. That means he's effectively dead.
Let's go.
We're passing by. Hello there.
Ready
I
when you
think
are.
it's time for a coordinated attack. Good, and now we're just cleaning up.
At your command.
At your command.
Oh, really? Dodge just like that. Okay. Now the animation is frozen. Okay, apparently if you go too often to windows with bear, then the game doesn't like that. Okay, cool.
Just warming up.
Lovely, our duelists are just very much on point.
Ready to go?
Double move over here. Siege weapons would be nice.
Yes.
But Vision doesn't seem to have any.
On my way.
There is, by the way, the third pack. Okay. We're in for a treat. Apparently we're fighting a lot of
Ready when
enemies.
you are. On my way.
Trying to flank around the edges with the Beastmasters because it's nice to get to the back line. They are super good at dealing explosive
I won't
amounts of
disappoint you.
damage.
Yes.
Good. Let's trigger. And hopefully we can access the back line. I mean, there's no real backline. These guys are all melee combatants. But if you do have kind of a lonely, halberdier over here, that's as good of a backline as it gets.
Ready to go.
Settle first strike. Bear follows up. And Bear just doesn't like that at all. Yeah, that's what I meant. Easy pickings. Look, I mean, we could theoretically just root this guy. Ah, he resisted rooting. Alright, cool. Well, now it's a different story. Let's start with the double pack first. That almost asked for a halberd. Oh, look at that. Double kill on a halberd. This weapon is
Yes.
crazy.
At your command. With me! God guides my hand.
Nice little taunt. All of the armor. Don't love the heavy hammer.
Ready when you are.
Move up. Bear moves up. This time Bear attacks first. Nice crit.
On the move.
Ready when you are. Yes? On my way. Let's go.
All right. Well, I mean, it's when we engage, it's one turn, one kill of an entire pack, right? Have used any healing so and really any consumables in that matter.
The first to move.
We could
At your command.
kind of go around here and access the back line. There might be a fourth
Yes.
enemy back there, so that's okay.
At your command.
Okay. That might be all of the enemies, those three. Maybe, maybe not.
On my way.
Didn't find anyone who we can capture, which is a bit of a bummer.
At your service.
Yeah, we access the back line immediately. Look at that. You will not get a cleaner access to a roach hiding. Veteran poisoner. Yeah. Take that.
Deep breath.
Couple of poisons, I like that. Gives us the option to use a guaranteed critical strike. This guy's already dead. Yeah.
I won't disappoint you. May justice be served.
Okay.
Ready when you are.
Just
Give
to
up.
speed that process up a tiny bit. This might be the last guy, and yeah, okay. Well, that wasn't that difficult. A huge breakpoint for us. Look at the amount of level ups that we've gotten. So, tested the shrapnel, so I'm pretty sure the random status effects are still superior. I like both of them. I haven't really used Terrifying Presence a whole lot yet, so I'm unsure whether or not it's better. It's similar to Bastion versus Heavy Charge. It is situationally dependent. If you want to lay a trap, or sometimes you just can't reach the enemy, then Bastion with the fortification is fantastic. Heavy Charge is great for basically having more uptime. You move and you charge in, which is essentially additional movement. However, there's a lot of terrain in the way, so in reality it doesn't function that well. Here my argument would be having elusive sometimes helps to get into a position where, for instance, a halberd can hit multiple targets. This here would be great in a situation where you really go into like a lot of enemies. Then you're standing in 3-4 enemies and just cry out loud, and they are all despaired, and that will reduce their resistances. But problem is, if you then why would you want to lower resistances? Maybe for poison. But then you would be standing in the middle and you would get poisoned as well. The Valiant part is actually good because Valiant, I think, is quite a bit of. Oh no, Valiant is just willpower. Well, that could be good if you're fighting against a lot of spells, but that currently isn't happening. So I will go with Enlightenment. They are so close to each other. Both of them are actually not really good skills. But I wanted to test them out. Okay, Duelist level 6. We do have the Taunt. Really, really good. Versus an attack that gives you elusive, same ordeal, but if your body already can give you elusive, we don't need it. But Taunt is good, Taunt is excellent, and the armor ignore are nothing to sneeze at. And then here, we're just going to use Sharpshooter. This is a crazily good talent, and with the crit chances that we're currently having, that one is, we're getting a lot of mileage out of it. Okay, let's go to the forge. We need to upgrade a unique weapon. That's happening. I would love to upgrade the mace as well, because I noticed that the base damage is a bit lacking. Yeah, so I think the mace would be the next one. The light shield isn't that important on this tier. Daggers would be cool for the B team. Not for the B team, for the Misfits, is what I mean. Jerks are getting reflexes, so better dodge. That's actually not bad. But I think before we're doing that, I would actually go for superior throwing axe, because this is a massive damage upgrade. Really, really, really big. And we're now level 4, which then also tells me why aren't we just going for Flawless Bow and finishing some of the weapons. I think that would even be the idea. Going for Flawless Bow. going for flawless halberd with 11, 15. That's 80 damage. Flawless hammer, 10 to 14. That's crazy as well. I have a couple of options here. 4 to 11 of 10 damage for every strike. This is also huge. We haven't been using swords in a while, is what I noticed. Interestingly, I think we upgraded swords relatively early, or we don't need to upgrade it at all, I don't know. But I haven't been using them in a while, one-hand swords that is. We've used them extensively at the beginning. But yeah, flawless bow. Flawless bow, very, very good. I would like to take that. Then flawless halberd and flawless hammer. I think those are the three weapons. Then we basically have almost all of the ranged characters. The main weapon for our crusaders. Willpower bonus of the hammer is strong, and a lot of power, just raw power. So yeah, those. Whom would we be missing? Oh yeah, we would need the Beastmaster. The flawless axe, that isn't bad either. Look at that damage, 10 to 15 for one-hand weapon, and 15 power on top of it. I think that's valuable as well. So let's get those 4 weapons up and running. Because when we deal with 100 hit points as enemies, then we better should have enough damage. Okay, is the Misfits team ready? I hear is training. Okay. Yeah, good. Good. With the exception of a dead soul who will just take a break, we're good. So what are we doing? We need pelt. This here could be easy. Oh, that's a great mission. Pelt and lumber. How long do we move to here? 6 days versus 4 days. I mean, this is 12 days and this is just 8 days of travel. Yeah, we're taking this here is better rewards. Good. If we're going in with this team, is Ender going to use Warhammer or the Greatsword? Greatsword is now also upgraded. Problem that I'm seeing is if we use Greatsword is there isn't a lot of armor penetration, because Enter here, for whatever reason, doesn't bear gains to armor points. Now I do understand, because we've skilled Hawkeye, he's not armor removing. That's a bit of a problem. We could go heavier into acid bombs. Or we just leave the hammer and wait with the sword for another day. It's not like we need to force using certain weapons every single time. Sometimes it is what it is. Good. Story battle for another unique weapon. Love it.
We were expecting more Villantin than that. Oh well, you'll serve as an example. Roland will have no objections. It seems your cousin has had enough of being in your baroness's shadow. Thanks to her, Brittany will fall into the Order's hands. Let's get it over with. We've wasted enough time here. Attack! No mercy for these dogs. Gloria Ordini.
Forward!
By the way, that's all she said. I promise nothing happened. Interesting that she has a brain as a character class. Okay, so we got an arbalist there. There. We're nicely surrounded.
Yes?
Like, what were we thinking when we came here? Maybe we're just going to take our stand up here. Seems legit. Yeah.
On the move.
Can we... Here, bleeding and rooted, that's what I was looking for. There we go. That's one problem solved. One, two. Ho, 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 ho. He is bleeding and rooted. Players are crazy when it comes to siege weapons. Credit where credit is due. That was very, very, very well done. How about... Okay, well, this guy is being dealt with for now. He looks like an archer that has a lot of reach.
On the move.
Let's first of all get rid of the problems left and right. 55% crit, that's good.
You're mine.
Poisoned, she resisted the blind, but basically down to a few hit points. That's good.
I won't disappoint you.
1, 2, 3, can't really reach that. 1.
At your command.
1, 2, okay, well, I mean, look. We're moving over here. I just want to make sure that we're killing these guys. Poison means that it's quick, and the quick automatically kills. Too many enemies on this side to just go in with Cerberus alone. We could move up and taunt. How far can these guys, the Breton guys, go? 1, 2, 3. They could go a little bit further. Cutthroat could not really move that far. Since we're going to take damage,
Perfect.
might as well be as resilient
I
as
won't fail
possible.
you.
1, 2. Can we taunt someone? Well, if we can't, then defensive stance, and these guys can not reach this position. Right hand side is cleared. Cerberus moves up.
At your command.
I want to make sure that we're not eating some sort of AoE damage.
On my way.
Move to here. Highest dodge chance, and then just defensive stance.
At your command.
Is your foot stunned? Either of them? It actually did, which surprisingly enough is a fantastic result, because now this guy can't do anything. We have 10 points of damage here and 12 points of damage on Aelor. Okay, good turn overall.
At your service.
Good. We're healing ourselves. Brendan took some serious damage there.
Yes. At your command.
Moves to here. Poison, blinded, fantastic.
It's time.
Good. I think we're just going to to taunt the
On my way.
enemy archer. Yeah, let's get rid of the armor. Alternatively, we could make them prone for more crits. Nah, armor removal all the way. Where's the offhand damage? Oh, we don't have that. Well, taunted and weakened. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Now we got riposte. We just need to dodge, and that shouldn't be a big problem. We're just fully counter healing.
At your command.
Good.
I'm ready. My blade is your ready when you are.
I think this position isn't too bad. Problem here is I can't really reach anyone meaningfully. This guy is annoying, but I could get him down. Next
Consider
turn
it
though.
done. Ready to go.
Can't really hit anything. Might as well wait
No
for next
problem.
turn. This guy is potentially moving into ballista range, and then we can completely unload on him. Which brings us to the question of how do we want to deal with these two here. 27 hit points versus 12 hit points.
My blade is yours.
Could move to here. And here, that would be a secure kill. And he would be on Hawkbite or tank. I think we should do
Yes.
that.
Consider it done. My blade is
Also,
yours.
kind of saved Severus' life in a sense. 9 bleeding, alright. Heal Severus. That will die anyways. And Severus just goes back to tanking. How did we... Alright, well, fair enough. Well, let's start with a couple of things, shall we? For starters, we could still move over here afterwards. I don't think that we will need to use deadly aim. Famous last words, I know.
It's time.
I think we're critting 70% crit chance. Not hitting it. There we go.
Consider it done.
Right, let's hit him. One, and
Give up.
let's kill.
At your command. Yes?
We're switching. You guys are going to regret positioning like that.
Yes?
In case whole thing ends after this round, make sure
Very well.
that our time
My turn.
in the med bay will not be that long.
My turn.
We are starting with basic ammo reduction. 25 points of damage. Can we do that? It's really just 20. So how much chance? 50-50 to open a vein. Dog starts biting first. No
My
bleeding.
blade is yours.
Ah, so close. Alright, luckily for us, this is not the end.
With me. Yes? Understood. Ready when you are. Yes? On the
Good.
move.
Hopper can heal himself, so
My blade is yours.
we're still officially uninjured
On my way.
in 2 turns, that is.
I won't disappoint you.
That was a hard fight, but I think we did very well. The one thing, or the one aspect of that fight that I personally didn't like was the ranged character over here. There wasn't really any good counterplay that I could do in order to make that stop.
On the move.
It was just straight up overall problematic.
On my way.
We're reducing the number of catapults that we're using in exchange for a better position.
Ready when you are.
That, by the way, is really
Yes.
where the higher speed comes nicely into play.
Very
But
well.
for instance, without the speed improvement, just takes longer
Ready when you are.
to get there.
Yes? Ready when you are. I'll cover this area. Ready to go. At your command. On my way.
All right, let's go.
Ready when you are.
Good. What are we going to do? Here's armor penetration. Good. You know what? Grounding them is always good. So that didn't work out. Good. He's 4 now, taken out of the fight.
Give up.
Let's hit this time. Okay.
Don't expect this.
Wow. What damage? Deal.
Yes? My turn.
Good. We're standing here. This is near 100% crit chance, right? Yeah.
Ready to go. With me! Perfect. Yes?
Good. Let's continue hitting this guy further. Not even sure if we can kill him or not. The answer is no, we cannot. Close, but no cigar.
Yes?
And we're finishing it in good old fashion with Hawkeye. Just slamming him to the ground. Are you telling me there are more enemies? Okay, well, if there are more, then let's cluster up and see where the rest. Interesting that we
Yes?
removed all of them
At your service.
and it's still not enough.
Let's go. Yes?
Well, gives us some time to heal up Cerberus for free.
Yes? Very well.
Sometimes I think that the game is just trying to troll me. I really do.
At your command. On my way. Consider it done. At your command. On my way.
Here's my question from a mission design perspective. I do understand kind of the setup where you're starting at a disadvantage, you're in a, you walked into a trap, kind of in the middle of a fort, everybody is against you. That's cool. I think that was a very well orchestrated general setup. However, why would you put these reinforcements in here? Why not have clear spawn points that indicate to the player that there are a few more men inside of the fort that are coming with help? But what's the point of this? I'm not trying to be snarly, I actually am curious what the design decision was.
I'll cover this area. At your command. At your command.
And we can't. We're just going to go a little bit further to the back. I don't want to rush into this. I don't see a point in doing that.
They won't get through. Yes? I'll cover this area. At your command.
Cerberus could again be our decoy. Is here in defensive stance.
On the move.
I'm just waiting for them to arrive. In case you're wondering why am I not going in, that's quite simple. There is the ranged arbalist, and we
I'll
don't
keep
have
watch.
the reach to get to him. Let them come. Very good.
I'll get in position. Yes?
Alright, we got both of them. So might as well stay here. Fantastic. That solves one of our problems.
May justice be served. Heathen!
He's de facto
Ready to
already
go.
dead. This guy is bleeding and cold before 16. Lovely.
Ready to go? Very well.
Okay, are we finally done or are there more reinforcements? Storyline missions give a lot of experience. 225 is huge. Oh, got a
Treason!
longbow.
Since the beginning, Roland has been the instigator of your exile, probably to seize the Baroness's connections for himself. But it seems he wasn't acting alone. The Order is pulling strings in the shadows. We must stop them. Let's turn their weapons against them. The bow you retrieved should help, but it won't be enough. We should wait for the right opportunity to hit hard, as the Baroness did, decisively.
Cool. We got a bow. Let's just check out what the bow does. So, deals damage. If the attack is a critical hit, there's a chance to inflict the blind. That is normal. When you perform an attack, you still have MP available. You consume the MP and gain 20% to power and 15% to accuracy for the skill. Passive. it further suggests that you're just staying where you are. It has downside though, that you cannot move after that. You perform a powerful shot that deals damage, removes 1 armor point. If focus is active, it also has a chance to inflict prone. That is huge because that means double armor reduction on a single shot. You lose a shot with 12 range and deal damage with a chance to inflict mark, and you ignore up to 3 armor. Flaming shot deals 3 to 5 damage in the area of effect and creates fire circle. Ooh. Okay. I mean, look, the bow is obviously incredibly strong. Massive W, or get that. Speaking of other massive W's, I think we could get flawless bow right away. Yeah, I think that's the best investment. Oh, and while we're at it, we got a third Master Craftsman that reduces the time from 22 days. Well, apparently you need to put the craftsman in before you're starting the research, but we're now at minus 30%. So that's not bad at all. Listen, I like what I'm seeing. We're actually doing very well. Pass a little bit of time. Fantastic. This one here is just 2 days of journey. Good to pass by. One thing that I haven't checked is, can we already upgrade that new bow? Because every unique weapon unfortunately needs to be individually upgraded here. Recurve longbow, for instance. And that means we will not use it until such time when we actually have upgraded it fully. The weapon itself is dope though. Really, really, really strong. Okay. These guys, same problem as always. Listen, I pay you 800 yet again because I don't want to travel 20 days. But not good. No bueno. And as always, we need to buy horses. Good, with that, our unique weapon upgrades can start. I mean, armor upgrades are still also available. Oh, just look at, for instance, Crusader armor. The best Crusader armor is 5 armor points, massive health benefit, and even 5% reflex. Even duelist armor is great. Yeah, so much to upgrade. Crazy. Yeah, we got two weapons, two really good weapons that I would love to use, but it'll take some time. And it also feels like we have painfully neglected the laboratory. Really haven't been doing a lot here. For instance, I could have upgraded it and he would have gotten better barbed arrows. Deeper into the flesh, that means just really more damage. On the other hand, this also costs resources. This game does have a resource problem. There is so much to upgrade. It is unbelievable. Good. We're going to do that battle the next time. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Appreciate it, and see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.